What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Dean, and this is actually my first video. I decided to hit record today so I could share 5 reasons as to why I'm doing this and what I hope to achieve. Let's get into it. Number 1, creative control. Over the last 2 decades, I've worked as an interior designer, and I've loved every moment of it. I've traveled the world, I've met some amazing people, and I've worked on some fantastic projects. It's been mainly corporate interiors and furniture, but the journey that I've been on has been nothing short of amazing. I was one of the early designers at WeWork back in 2013, where we created that product from being a startup to grow into a behemoth, massive company that changed co-working forever. But one thing that stands out for me is when you're working for someone else, you have to get behind ideas that you may or may not like. And as a young designer, that's cool. You gotta follow orders, be a good team player. But as you get older, you kind of are looking for a lot more agency and autonomy in the creative ideas that are put forward to the world. And so for me at age 41, I'm looking for a little bit more self-expression. Maybe the artist in me is yearning to come out. I've been inspired by this book. This is The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, and it's an amazing book, and he's speaking straight to my soul. It's as if when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? This is a case of that. And he talks about how creativity is something we all have, but it's up to us to tune in and access the energy that's out there. And so for me, this platform, this YouTube channel is going to be a way for me to do that. Number 2, use my skills. Whether it's from my hobbies, side hustles, or just on the day job. Over the years, I've accumulated many different skills that I'd like to put to work in a creative way. For example, when I was 19, I was really into music production, sampling, making beats, and sound engineering. I studied the nitty-gritty of EQ, compression, and recording. I remember converting my mum's toilet into a recording booth so I can record myself and local artists. It was all exploration and learning. I understood signal flow. And it's been a while, but I want to dust off those skills and bring them back to the fore. So I thought YouTube, making videos, will be a great way for me to incorporate my audio engineering training, my music, passion, my love for making beats, all into a single platform. Also, over the last 5 years, I've immersed myself in the world of crypto assets, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, DeFi. I've become what I would say an advanced user of DeFi systems, and I've accumulated so many different skills using the technology. And I want to be able to incorporate that, whether it's through daily news, product reviews. I'm going to bring that to the surface too. This platform is going to be a great foundation for me to share my skills and to practice them so that I don't get too rusty. All right, number 3, explore my passions. Closely related to number 2, there are many things that I'm interested in that make up my entire being. I'm not a monolith, right? When you meet someone, typically the conversation goes like this: hey, I'm Dean, nice to meet you. And then the second question is, what do you do for a living? And over the last 15 years, I've articulated myself as a designer. That's what I do, which is primarily what I have been doing. But I've actually been expressing it as my entire being and my full identity. And there's more to me. There's more layers. There's more things that I'm interested in, whether it's African history, philosophy, circular design and furniture, interiors. So this platform is going to be a way for me to explore all of these different ideas and try and figure out a coherent way that I can bring them together. Number 4, create a digital legacy. This one might sound odd, but I have a working thesis that we are heading more and more into a digital world and leaving the analog world behind us. Look, I like the analog world. I grew up in the early 80s, where we spent most of our childhood outside playing, and we didn't have access to the technology like the children of today. But we all can feel and we all can sense that we are heading more and more digital. And I look at the world as things are, not as I want them to be. You know, there's no certainties that we'll go this way fully. There's only probabilities. And I think the probability is quite high. Who knows? Maybe the metaverse will become a reality and we'll all live in a blissful AI-controlled simulation. I guess The Matrix was a documentary, right? But in that world, I want to be able to have a legacy, a digital legacy, a footprint of sorts, where my children can see exactly what their daddy thought on particular subjects, and they can see how I express myself, and maybe learn a bit more about myself. That's extremely important for me. And then number 5, I want to provide value and be of service. The idea behind this channel is that I've accumulated a wealth of knowledge and experience, and I want to share it. Whether you're a young interior designer looking to get into the industry and you need some tips, I'll create some content for you about that. Or you're interested in furniture, vintage furniture, workspace design, I'll talk about that too. Or you're trying to figure out crypto and what does it all mean and why you should care. I'm going to dive deep into that too. So if you think any of that may interest you, thank you for sticking around this long on the video. This is my first video. I appreciate if you like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm still trying to figure it out, but this will be fun. As I said, stay tuned. Peace, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, thanks for sticking around to the post credits. I hope you enjoyed my first video. I just wanted to share one thing. I don't know if you noticed, but behind me there is a Mario Botta Shogun lamp. It was made by Artemidi. And for me, I'm laying this down just so you all can see this. It's actually broken. So for those of you who could observe over the course of time, it's going to get fixed, and I'm going to put the shade back on and it will look awesome. I'll show you the shade, hold on a second. So these are 2 shades that kind of overlap, something like that, I think. And they can move a bit like that. And they're gonna add some real cool diffuse light. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. I'll put the specification of this in the description. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.